Was there just an earthquake? Am I crazy? Was there just an earthquake? I'm crazy, right? I'm crazy. That was just trucks driving by really, really heavy.
Oh my god. Bro, there's an earthquake. There's an earthquake. Oh, bro. Even the water's just shaking everywhere.
No! That is not an earthquake! No! Oh my god! No fucking way! There is no fucking way that just happened. We just got an earthquake while I was filming a TikTok in the middle of a hurricane. You guys.
An earthquake that had no business happening in New York. A hurricane and an earthquake hitting the same person on the same day. These are not isolated moments. This is what living in America can actually mean. Not the version people see in disaster movies. The real version. The one that shows up without asking permission on an ordinary day to ordinary people who had no idea it was even possible where they live. Today we are watching it happen in real time. A European tourist, standing outside on what started as a completely normal evening. Not like this. Watch what happens the moment the sky changes.
There is a storm rolling into town, and I'm just always shocked about how intense your storms are. In the UK, we don't really have severe thunderstorms, but here, it's just constant. It's every few seconds. It's just not stopping whatsoever.
Constant. Because in most of the world, a storm is an event. Something you remember. Something you talk about for weeks afterward. Here, it's just Tuesday. And that difference alone is enough to change how someone sees an entire country. A woman from a landlocked state. She has never seen the ocean up close, let alone a hurricane. 12 hours before landfall, she is still joking about the name of the storm. Watch how fast that joke disappears.
12 hours ago, everyone was like, Hurricane Hillary, more like Hurricane Tortilla. So I was like, okay, cool, like, I'm gonna be fine. I don't know what to expect out of a hurricane. I'm from a landlocked state. But now, a few hours before the hurricane is supposed to hit, everyone's like, here's what to do if you lose power for a week. Here's what to do if you lose access to drinking water for 6 days.
A joke. Then, within hours, a genuine plan for survival. That is the exact moment it stops being funny for a lot of people. The moment America's weather goes from meme to real, and you realize the people around you have been serious this entire time. One homeowner's answer to protecting everything he owns from a storm this size. No engineer signed off on this plan. No manual exists for it. Watch what he tries anyway.
Sir, what is your address? I just want to know if this is going to work. Because if this right here work, we going into business. I'm telling you, we going to start a business. We going to be ratchet strapping houses for $4,900. That's what we going to charge. I just need to know if it's going to work. I've seen a lot of things, but I've never seen an aluminum foil car wrapped in tape trying to protect it from getting water in the inside.
Foil, tape, whatever is within reach. Because when a storm this size is coming, people do not wait for permission to improvise. They just prepare with whatever they have, in whatever time is left. If you are still watching this, and you have not hit subscribe yet, I respect your dedication to being difficult. But hit the button. Every day on this channel, we are pulling back the curtain on what the world really thinks about America. Not what the media says. Not what the headlines push. So subscribe. And do not miss what is coming next. Now let me show you the moment that actually breaks someone. A Florida woman, in a mandatory evacuation zone, forced to relive a decision that already went wrong for her once before, in the exact same situation, with the exact same storm. Watch what she is actually weighing right now.
I'm going to die. It's Zone A, mandatory evacuation. Listen, I didn't evacuate. I can't drive, first of all. Second of all, the airport is closed. Third of all, the last time I evacuated for a hurricane, I went to my mom's house in Northport. Her whole street flooded and we were evacuated after 3 days without power and food or running water by the US military. It was very traumatic.
3 days. No power. No food. No water. Rescued by the military just to make it out alive. And she was still deciding whether staying might actually be the safer option this time. That is not a decision anyone should have to make twice in one lifetime. And here is the one that captures it perfectly. A homeowner's final walk outside before locking himself in for the night. The windows are already boarded. The cars are already gone. This is what it actually looks like right before a hurricane makes landfall.
One last look outside before I'm locked in my house. Street is already starting to flood a little bit. All of our windows fully boarded up with metal barricades. All of our cars are out of the driveway. These people's cars, I have no idea what's even gonna happen to them. Like, this could flood all the way possibly to up right here. Hopefully we stay safe from debris with these things. Storm is supposed to make landfall tonight. I live right there. They can't even see anything out of my window. Just gotta stay positive and hope for the best. This is Dylan. Right now, in the name of Jesus, I speak to the rain. You speaking back?
Talking back.
It's like one Mississippi. Right, that was further away.
The sky is just scary, doesn't it? Yeah.
No rain clouds, except for the one on top of us.
Metal barricades on the windows. Cars gone from the driveway. And still, somehow, the calm voice of someone just hoping for the best. Now here is the clip every American needs to see. A woman who had just moved from the West Coast to Tennessee, at a concert, miles from home, about to experience her very first tornado warning with sirens going off in real time. Watch what a complete stranger does for her.
As a girlie who just moved from the West Coast to Tennessee and this is my first tornado season, I just have one question. What the genuine F was that? I was at a concert in Nashville. I live in Williamson County, and I'm getting texts from my friends that live around me that are like, hey, like, not to freak you out, but you should really take cover. I'm like, hey, what the fuck do you mean? Because I'm not in Nashville and my dogs are at my house right now. Luckily, I have the best neighbor in the world, and I texted him and I was like, is it like all right for me to drive home? He was like, no. And I was like, cool, can you please go get my dogs? So he got my dogs, took them to his house. He told me that the sirens were going off. At this point, I start to cry. I'm at this concert and I'm like, I'm not gonna be able to get home. Like, what do I do? The wind and the thunder, you could literally hear it inside the venue.
Trapped at a concert. Dogs alone at home. A neighbor who did not hesitate to go rescue them without being asked twice. That is the other side of a disaster most people never talk about. The strangers who step up the moment it actually matters.
So I experienced my first tornado warning last night as a girl who grew up in the Pacific Northwest, and it was terrifying. The scariest part about it was the Amber Alert going off at 2:30 in the morning as I was in like the deepest sleep of my life. And Jay says, we need to go in the bathroom. What is the bathroom gonna do? I don't understand. And I just hear everyone say to me, oh, you get used to it, you get used to it.
You get used to it. Words that sound almost impossible to someone hearing them for the first time. But they came from people who grew up learning to live alongside something most of the world never has to think about. A roof torn off.
Tornado warning! Yay! We are leaving a birthday party right now, and we are 5 miles from our house. There's a tornado warning, and the sirens are going off. And I'm kind of freaking out, and I don't know if I should stay here or just go home. The storm is not even to us yet. Okay.
I live in a place referred to as Tornado Alley, and these are weird natural disasters because earthquakes make sense. We're on tectonic plates, they move, things shake, whatever. Volcanoes, there's heaty stuff on the inside, it becomes heaty stuff on the outside. Tsunamis, sometimes you go to hit the beach, sometimes the beach hits you. But with tornadoes, the sky looks at you and goes, hey you, you're coming with me.
Move out the way of the windows.
Here's what this video is really about. An earthquake in New York that had not happened there in years. A hurricane that turned from a joke into a plan for surviving without power or water. A tornado siren at 2:30 in the morning that made a grown woman question whether she could ever get used to living here. None of these people grew up believing this was normal. But this is what living in America can mean. Not a constant disaster, but the very real chance that on any given day, the sky, the ground, or the water can remind you exactly how small you actually are. And every single person in this video walked away from it still standing. Drop a comment below. Americans, if you grew up with this, is there a disaster you have genuinely never gotten used to, no matter how many times it has happened? And if you are not from here, could you imagine living somewhere you had to prepare for this every single year?